So begging the question is basically just a circular argument that provides no evidence to the claim.
And begging the question is what one does in an argument when one assumes what one's claim to be proving. And so an example of this is right there where it says, we know a God exists because we can see the perfect order of creation, an order which demonstrates supernatural intelligence in its design. And the conclusion of the argument is that God exists, which it assumes a creator has to exist when that's not the case. And then another example is abortion is the unjustified killing of a human being, and as such is murder. Murder is illegal, and abortion should be illegal. And this is assuming that abortion should be illegal because murder is illegal, and essentially saying that abortion is murder. And another example is that paranormal phenomena exist because I have had experiences that can only be described as paranormal. And so you're not really proving anything by saying that what you experienced was paranormal. You're just assuming what you experienced was paranormal with no evidence to back that up.
Okay, so this says, circular logic aside, Mr. Mims, you have yet to provide a single credible reason why you are in fact hot. So the lawyer is saying, Mr. Mims, please explain to the court why you're hot. And the defendant doesn't have an actual reason, even though he says, because I said so. It doesn't really give him any credible reason and just kind of circulars in the argument.
And some other definitions of begging the question are the phrase begging the question, or petito principii in Latin, refers to the question in a formal debate, that is, the issue being debated. In such a debate, one side may ask the other side to concede certain points in order to speed up the proceedings. To beg the question is to ask that the very point at issue be conceded, which is, of course, illegitimate. And another example on the cup is that begging the question is a logical fallacy in which an argument is assumed to be true without evidence other than the argument itself. It does not mean to raise the question.
Okay, some examples that we found was, I heard a rumor from Susie. Well, how do I know it's true? I don't know Susie. I know her. You can trust her. That doesn't give her any credible reasons, and just because one person knows Susie doesn't mean the other person can trust her, and it just sort of goes back in a circular argument saying, how can I trust her? I don't know. Another example is the death penalty is wrong because killing people is immoral. Well, there's also the fine of immoral, and it goes back to why is the death penalty wrong, and it doesn't really prove anything.